Oh, how do I...
We've got quite a few different locations today. So we've got, hey Terry and Matt, hello. All the way from New Zealand.
Got New Zealand, Mackay, Adelaide,
Perth.
Nice.
This is what I love about Zoom. We can get people together from all over. That's awesome. Central Coast, New South Wales. Awesome. All right. Well, we might actually just kick this off straight away, guys. We've got a few more people who are jumping on, a few more new potentials. Gladstone, wow. But we're going to kick it off because we like to keep things short and sweet. We're really conscious of your time, and we thank you all so much for jumping on tonight. Mm-hmm. We're going to try and wrap this up before 7 o'clock. So we might talk kind of fast at some points. So first of all, what is the Gen Y factor? This is something that Kim and I are extremely passionate about, and something that we actually wanted to start after seeing people who are basically sick and tired of being sick and tired. So before this, we both had full-time jobs. Now we actually do this full-time, which is really, really exciting. And we're going to be sharing a little bit about the business with you later on. And we've got some amazing people jumping on as well, going to share their story tonight. But first of all, I wanted to share a few things with you guys that you might not already know of. I'm going to do this with no emotion attached to it, but this is pretty eye-opening. I'll just get everyone to mute themselves as well, please.
I might just... Okay, I can do that.
Nice. Awesome. All right. So, yeah, like I was saying, this is something that I found quite amazing. I think it's quite scary, the way that society is going at the moment. 1 in 2 people are dying of heart disease. 1 in 3 are dying of cancer, and 1 in 3 are dying of the system that we call the healthcare system, which in my opinion is really the sick care. So we're kind of waiting until we actually get sick to do something about it. So we're more about preventative health and taking those steps to, look after your health long-term and your entire family and all of your friends, so you're not having to deal with those things when they do pop up. And I just want you to invest in something that I'm going to tell you. It's pretty crazy, but 75% of all disease is actually preventable. Now, that's preventable by getting in 7 to 13 servings of fruits, veggies, and berries every single day consistently. And I know that that's something that a lot of people struggle with, especially in our day and age. At the moment in Australia, I know we've got some people on here from New Zealand, but in Australia, 3% of adults actually get that bare minimum in, and it's even less in our children, which is really scary. It's less than 1%. So what we're doing here is actually striving to help change the next generation through health, mindset, and, cellular nutrition. So we're going to share, Kim's going to share some information about the products that we actually back, a company that we've partnered with, and a few other people on this call have already partnered with. So at the moment, just raise your hand if you're already taking Juice Plus. Awesome. Great. So there's already quite a few people. That's awesome, guys. So I'm just going to hand it over to Kim, and he's going to share a little bit about the products that we actually share with people, and something that we've been taking for 22 months now.
Okay. Thank you very much. So just a little bit about our story first. Before Juice Plus came into our lives 22 months ago, Tori and I were sponsored athletes, and we thought we were pretty healthy. We were eating healthily. We were on a whole food. We started switching our mindset to eating more whole foods because, I was 26 when it came into my life. Juice Plus came into my life, and in the time before that, I'd done a fair bit of damage from all the partying, all the bad foods that I ate, and just all the training that I was doing. And we were already looking for a better way that we could fuel our training in. And we ended up getting some sponsorship through a supplement company after we won our first bodybuilding competition. And that was great because, we were able to get all these supplements for free and recommend them to people. But there was something just in the back, that was just flagging in the back of our minds that, not everyone could take these supplements. And it was something that we wanted to be able to endorse, a product that everyone can take, and it's going to improve the health of other people. So just out of nowhere, we were contacted by one of our friends here down in Brisbane about this product called Juice Plus, and just a little bit of research into it. It was all I needed, and I figured that if we could get in this type of nutrition into our training, then it would definitely help. So we said yes to the product 22 months ago, and since then it has dramatically changed our lives. Like our mindset, our training has just improved. Like in the likes of recovery, our intensity in our training, we no longer use any other supplements. 1 week into using Juice Plus, we walked into our sponsors and said, look, we no longer need your sponsorship. So yeah, that was a really good plus for us, because we could feel it in our bodies that all the pre-workouts and were really bad for, making our hearts feel, putting a lot of strain on that, and getting a lot of bloating from all the different types of proteins that we had. So that's a little bit about our story on how we came into Juice Plus. But what we have here are these beauties, okay? Very, very simple. And what I love about these is that we can get in 30 different types of produce, fruits, vegetables, and berries before we have breakfast, straight away in the morning. And what these are is, okay, so I've done a little bit of research into the product, and what I've found is just absolutely mind-boggling. Like, some people, when they're talking about fruits and vegetables, they really, really want to go for the organic produce, because they believe that's the best that they can actually get. But what this company does, they actually take it to a whole nother level. And what they do, the company has been working with farmers for over 20 years. Okay, so these are farmers, like large farms as well as small farms. And what they do, before anything happens, they go in and they test the soils to make sure they have the 80 plus minerals needed to grow fruits and vegetables. They also test the water, which irrigates all the farms. They test the seeds before they're even planted, and they also test the fertilizers before they're used, so that they know there's no nasty chemicals in there before and afterwards. So, and then what happens is that when it's harvested, okay, the fruits and vegetables, they're harvested at the peak of ripening, okay, and that's very, very essential to the makeup of the actual fruits, because it's not until the last 2 weeks of the later stages of ripening that the nutrient value actually goes into the fruit. So a lot of our produce and that we find these days in our grocery stores are picked. They're picked. Weeks or even months before they even hit the shelves. So if you're eating, I know that Granny Smith and Pink Lady apples are picked in April. So if you're eating one of these in February, you know that you're eating a 10-month-old apple. Okay, now that's kind of alarming, and you know that there is absolutely no nutrients in that, because they've been stored they've been stored for months and months, and then gassed to keep them keep them looking really, really good. All right, so yeah, so that's our capsules. We don't have any chewables, but we have what we do have is, excuse me.
Matt's going to hold them up for us.
Yes, where are they?
Nice.
So we got Matt.
This is something really exciting. Matt's just holding them up. We don't have any because I've eaten them all. I'm not allowed to get them anymore, apparently, because I eat them too quickly. So basically, every single time an adult places an order for the capsules themselves, they get to choose a child between the ages of 4 and 18 to put on the child's health study. So they'll actually get those gummies for free. They're absolutely delicious for up to 4 years, which is a huge contribution from us as a franchisee and also the company. And this company's mission is to change the next generation. So those kiddies are actually getting 17 different fruits and veggies into their diet every single day through those little gummy, what they think is a lolly. And yeah, it's totally free for the adult, which is absolutely awesome, I think, and something that we're quite passionate about, because I know that, you know, less than 1% of children Australia-wide at the moment are getting that bare minimum. So that all of these kids that are on Juice Plus are, and there's over 1 million children worldwide now that are actually on this Child's Health study, which is pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm. And we also have the final product that we have is a complete shake. We also don't have any more of those because they run out pretty quickly in this household. Yep, here we go. Matt and Tyrion holding it up again. So what these are, they're not a meal replacement. Okay, so these shakes you can have for breakfast. Okay, so what that's given you is over 40 different plants in your diet for breakfast. You know, these days, a lot of people, and especially the Gen Y, we don't have the time to, you know, construct a really nice, nutritious meal. And some of us are just having the toast and the coffee before we run out to work. So what this can do is just bridging that gap and just adding all those nutrients that is vital for our bodies to heal and to have that energy throughout the day. One really cool thing about these shakes is that it has an ingredient in it, right? That's just recently and is new. That holds vitamin D, and that's portobello mushrooms. Okay, now that's the only food out there that holds vitamin D, and what that is, and in it is 40% of your daily intake. Okay, now vitamin D, or this portobello mushroom, is prevents up to is preventative of up to 9 different cancers. All right, so that's something really, really cool that, you know, that is in our products. All right, so
we've got one of our beautiful sideline buddies on here tonight, Tamara, and she's actually kindly volunteered to share her story with us. So we're just going to find you and unmute you, Tamara. Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for jumping on tonight, honey.
That's okay.
I know you've had a very big weekend for Zara's birthday.
Yes.
So do you want to share a little bit about, you know, what were you doing before Juice Plus, and, you know, how your life has changed since you have joined and started?
Yeah. Okay, cool. So before I found Juice Plus, I was working full-time in admin. So I was doing 5 days a week in an administration job for my local council, and I've been there for about a year and a half, and it wasn't my passion. It was kind of getting to the point where I was doing the same thing every single day, and I was just stuck in a rut of wanting to do more, but I kind of didn't know how to get out of full-time work. So I was studying fitness at the time because that was my passion, and I'm really into that. But the same as you guys, I was using a lot of artificial gym supplements, so a lot of pre-workouts and whey-based proteins, and that I had been using them for about a year, and same thing, they started to really upset my digestion, and then I got to the point where I had to just cut everything out because my body couldn't handle it anymore. So that was about the same time that I had to do some work experience for the fitness course that I was doing. And that's how I was introduced to the product Juice Plus. So my mentor at the time introduced it to me as a product that he recommended to his clients. And I just kind of looked at it and I thought, well, what I'm doing at the moment with my health isn't really working, so it can't hurt to try something new. So I started the product, and then I watched a couple of Zoom events, and I saw the business behind it, which I thought again made a lot of sense. Something that I could kind of do part-time and build up while I was still working full-time at council. So I started the business part-time while I was still working full-time. It was really good to be able to do that, just to be able to kind of work it around what I was already doing and just do it in stolen moments here and there. But I had a really, really big reason or a big driving force kind of to get out of my job, because I really wasn't happy there. So I just kind of went all in with it. And in February of this year, I quit my job of council, and I've just gone full-time with Juice Plus. And then I've taken a much more natural approach to my health in terms of what supplements I do and don't use. I now only use the Juice Plus supplements as well. So I use the complete powder and the capsules and stuff. But yeah, it's just been pretty much like the business has just changed my life in the sense that I now have my whole week back to do whatever I want to do with it. So I can go do further studies. I can spend time with my family. I can travel more. I've been able to travel so much more. As you just said, it was my sister's birthday on the weekend, and so like we went down to Coffs Harbour last Monday, and then we went on like adventures out to waterfalls and stuff, and then she wanted to go to the Gold Coast, and then we went to the Gold Coast, and then we went to Brisbane, and now we just got home last night, but we've been able to take today just to like fully recover and not have to worry about getting up and going to work and anything like that. And then the product's just been amazing to be able to get all that like all those nutrients back in such a simple, easy way. You can kind of take it with you wherever you go. So yeah, both the business and the product have just been amazing.
That's awesome, honey. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm so happy for you girls. And it's so cool because you're doing this business like with your sister as well. I love following you girls on Facebook. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's so good to do it with people you love. So
yeah.
And it's so true. You're like, because, you know, we are the Gen Y, and we do like to go out and have a good time and party and, you know, flood our bodies with all this alcohol and nasties and eat badly on those days. So it's good to have that peace of mind that when, you know, Monday comes along, we can get these nutrients back into our body and start the healing process again. So yeah, no, thank you so much for sharing, Tamara. We really appreciate you jumping on tonight.
And that is something that I love as well, because Kim and I didn't say that we actually, like, we do this business full time now together from home. So it's completely changed like our lifestyle compared to, you know, 2 years ago when we were both working full time plus and training at night, and we didn't really get to spend any quality time together. We get to spend a lot of time together now, maybe even a little too much.
Every day.
So it's been absolutely awesome and totally life-changing for us. But we want to hand it over to our beautiful friends in New Zealand, another power couple. And they're actually going to share a little bit about the business opportunity with this, because we are paid storytellers in this business. I'm just going to unmute you guys, and you guys can just share a little bit about the business side and take it away.
Thank you.
I'm with you on that, but too much time together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks for having us on, guys. Yeah, Matt and I, we've been involved with the Juice Plus company for about 18 months now. Literally coming into it, we just wanted to be able to pay for our own products because we fell in love with the products and the company really, really quickly, but finances were very tight. So we said, you know, let's give this business thing a go, see if we can pay for our own product. A year and a half later, it's snowballed into something so much bigger than that. Matt was able to quit his job in April. I didn't go back to study, and now we work together from home, from cafes, from the park, with our little girl by our side. You know, where we want and when we want. So it's really, really cool. And we have a lot of fun doing it as well. So yeah, we're very passionate about sharing this business opportunity. And what we like to sort of begin with is just having a look at a traditional business compared to the Juice Plus business. So we're going to our handy whiteboard, and that's my whiteboard holder. Alrighty, so most traditional businesses look a little bit like this. A triangle. Alrighty, so at the top we have the CEO, just one position up there, and then down the bottom we have all these hard workers who are trying their best to work their way up the ladder to get to the top. So here in New Zealand we like to use our local supermarket Pak'nSave as an example because their logo is a stick figure, so it makes perfect sense. So at the bottom we have a trolley boy, and this trolley boy, you know, he's got a family at home and he's got big dreams. He wants to become the CEO of Pak'nSave, so he works really, really hard. He might get promoted to work at the checkout. From then, you know, he might get promoted up to become the supervisor of the deli section, and he might even become, you know, manager of the store. But the thing is, as he starts moving up that ladder there, you know, he gets more and more responsibility, and it gets more and more stressful, and he gets less time with his family because he's having to work more hours. Yeah, it's putting more money in the bank, but, you know, what we're really passionate here is just, you know, more time to do the things that you love. So, yeah, as you move up, it also gets very competitive because there gets less and less, you know, spots, and you kind of have to try and stick out and have an edge on other people. So it doesn't really make for a nice environment. I'm not saying that working in a traditional business is bad in any way, but I know for me, at 22 years old, you know, with a little girl, we wanted to take a look at something different. So the Juice Plus business, what we like to do is we actually sort of flip what?
Where's your whiteboard?
Whiteboard eraser, Anna.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to buy me a present, a whiteboard eraser would be really good. All right, so our business looks a little bit like this because we actually have unlimited positions at the top. Our pinnacle position is called NMD, and the thing is that anybody can get there, and the only way that you can get there is by linking arms with other people and helping them reach their own personal goals. So we all start off at the same position, a VF. It doesn't matter whether you're educated or uneducated, whether you're a stay-at-home mum, a businesswoman, whether you've been to jail, it really doesn't matter. We all start off at the same place, and we all have that same opportunity to get to the top. And like I said, it's all about teamwork. So, you know, you also get to be your own boss. You're in charge of your own time. You get to choose when and where you work and who you work with. So it's very fun, and it makes for a really positive, wonderful environment. And so when we show people this opportunity, they say, that looks really cool and it looks like you guys have been really, really successful, but, and then there's some kind of, you know, objection or story. So what we want to do is just sort of address some of those objections. So the first one is...
My one?
Is Matt's one, yeah?
Yeah.
What is it?
I didn't think I knew enough people.
Yeah, I don't know enough people, which is I think, you know, with it being network marketing, we kind of think that we have to have huge networks. Both Matt and I, we like to keep to ourselves. We had a really small circle of friends, so we thought there's no way we would know enough people, you know, to have a successful business. But what we found is it's not about, you know, how many people you know. It's about just having 30 seconds of courage to have one conversation. So, for example, Matt and I joined this business, and I was attending a boot camp, and the dude, this is Matt and I here, and the dude that was running the boot camps was like my dream team member. He had a really successful gym. He was all about whole food nutrition, but I was actually I was too scared to talk to him for like 5 months. I just wore my Get On The Juice shirt and hoped that he would notice me, and he did. So those tops are great. And he asked me, what is this juice stuff? Came along to an event, and immediately him and his partner, you know, the whole product made sense to them. So did the business, so they jumped on board. So that was Sean and Jackie. Sean and Jackie then invited Kelly, who I think is on the call somewhere. She was drinking a big glass of red wine before. Kelly joined the business because she had amazing success on the product. She suffered from, you know, fibromyalgia and PCOS and all sorts of stuff. Had wonderful results. So she said, yeah, let's see, you know, what I can do with this business, as I'm so passionate about the product. Kelly then invited Lisa to come and do this business with her. Lisa was, she's a mum, and she wanted to really just show her little girl and her partner that she could do anything that she put her mind to. And then Lisa invited her mum, Ange, who is also having amazing amazing results on the products. So I'm showing you this. There is a reason behind this. I'm showing you this because, you know, I didn't actually know any of these people. And then Sean talked to Kelly, Lisa, and so forth and so forth. So, you know, and for example, this is just one line. There's, you know, we've had other conversations, brought other people on, and they've brought other people on, and they've brought other people on. But we like to call this the popcorn effect. So really just it sort of starts to happen. The second objection that people sort of come up with is my favourite.
I can't sell.
Yeah, I like to point out that before this, Matt was in a sales job, and I think that if he didn't leave, he would have got fired because he was that terrible at selling.
Hey.
But we seem to be doing pretty well. 18 months in this business, and I've never ever felt like I am like hustling or persuading people or convincing people. It's really, really simple. We take our products, we wake up, we have our capsules, we make a shake, we give the kids their choose. We're literally, it would be you, use the products, T, talk about them, and R. share your results. So just like Tamara did tonight, she shared her story, and that's what we do. We just share our story with people, and if they're into it, they're into it. If they're not, then there's billions of other people in the world that might be keen to listen.
7.4.
Okay. All right then, mister. Alrighty, so we've had a look at Juice Plus versus a traditional business. We've blown some of those excuses out of the water. The next question is usually, okay, well, how do you actually do this business? And it's pretty simple, really. We just say you go out and find a few people who want to look good, feel good, and get healthy. Here's me. I want to look good, feel good, and get healthy. And then I'm going to go out and find a few other people who also want to look good, feel good, get healthy, and also make some money alongside that. So I do that, and then I teach these people to do the same. So they go out and find more people who want to look good, feel good, get healthy, and make some money. We have a rule of thumb in this business. If you can't teach an 8-year-old to do it, then we don't teach it. It's all about simplicity and duplication. So it's a teach business. My favourite thing about this business is there's actually no limit as to how many people you personally bring on. So we do earn 5 generations deep, but there's no limit to how many people we can actually bring on. So you can just keep going and going and going. And it's that much fun that you probably will just want to keep going and going and going. And then the last thing I suppose we should probably talk about is money. So for us, money just means choices. A year and a half ago, Matt and I were on the bones of our ass. We really didn't have any spare money to do anything that we liked. We really wanted to travel, but it just seemed like it was just impossible. But then coming into this business, we've already been to the Gold Coast, we've been down to the South Island, and we've been able to go to Melbourne as well. And we're just booking an island holiday at the end of this year. So it's been really, really cool. In this business, we actually earn money 3 ways. We earn it with retail sales profit. So every time a box goes out, you make a profit. We earn commissions, and as you move up the levels, your commission level goes up. And we also have bonuses. I'm going to have a look at bonuses tonight because that's a fun money. We have a little rule that if you get a bonus, it has to be spent on yourself. It's not allowed to go on boring stuff like bills. So yeah, and if you add all this together, what we get is residual income. So residual income is awesome because, in traditional business, we give an hour of our time and then somebody dictates how much, money that time is worth. For us, we can be chilling out on the beach and still earning money. Or, if you've got teamies over in the US like we do, we could be sleeping and earning money. So it's very cool. But don't get me wrong, you do have to put the work in. But having a look at some bonuses, you got a bonus in your first 10 days. So you reach our first level, which everybody does because that's what we make sure happens, and you get a $100 bonus. This plus your commission and retail sales profit together will pay for your sign-up fee. So you've got a risk-free business. After that, we've got a $400 bonus. When you reach SDVF, don't need to worry about those too much. The awesome thing here is sponsor bonuses come in. So like I said, this is a teach-to-teach business, and we get rewarded for teaching people how to move their way through this pay plan. So if we bring in somebody and they reach SDVF, we also get the bonus. So that's a sponsor bonus. After that, we got sales coordinator, a $600 bonus and a sponsor bonus there. SSC, a $1,200 bonus with a sponsor bonus there. QNMD, $1,500 bonus. Was it $1,800? I don't know.
We'll find that thing.
Yeah. NMD as a $3,000 bonus. No sponsor bonus there because if you've got an NMD in your team, well,
you're doing pretty well.
You're doing pretty well. So those are just bonuses there. Like remember, there is commission and retail sales profit. Yeah. So that's that. Did I miss anything, guys?
I think you nailed it.
That was awesome, babe.
No, you nailed it. You
Thank
encompassed
you.
that really well.
Perfect.
Done it enough times.
And on those bonuses, guys, they're unlimited. Okay, so you can get as many of those bonuses as you wish. You know, if you put in the hard work and you teach, and that's what you do, you teach people to build their businesses, you get bonuses as well. You get bonuses that are unlimited. So that's a really cool thing.
And what we love about this as well is like because we get paid monthly. So at the end of the month, when you get that paycheck and it grows every single month, that's just a direct reflection of all of the lives that you've actually helped and changed. So for us, that's really exciting. I know for you guys, you love that. And I know you guys have been doing well with your bonuses and stuff lately, which is pretty cool. But, you know, Kim and I think that, you know, we're all like, because I'm only 25, Kim's 28. I'm sorry, our dog's coming into the shop. We're all pretty determined to be working for the next, 40 years at least, until we are able to retire. So we kind of thought, why not join something like this to have it on the side and earn that residual income. But when that paycheck actually matched our full-time wage, we thought, okay, well, why are we working? Why don't we do this full-time and part-time hours? And we've been able to relocate up north in Mount Isa, then down to Brisbane, and now we're on the Sunshine Coast, and we work from the beach most days now. So in just 22 months, it's completely changed our lives, and we haven't been consistent with this business. We've only just started to do that now, and we've got quite a fast-growing team of about 40 now, which is pretty exciting. So we're always looking for new people to link arms with. But, go back to the person that's invited you onto this event tonight. Ask them any questions that you've got. Get them answered. And if this isn't something that you really want to do, that's okay. Maybe you know someone else that this could really help.
Like this company and this business is thriving right now. And if in a couple of years you want to jump in on, then it's going to be thriving even more. Like it's just booming. So now's a really, really good time to get involved. Like, we have this thing called social media that we don't, most of us don't use to our advantage. We can use that as leverage to create a lifestyle and to build an empire for being on Facebook. Okay. Not many jobs you can do out there and make money for being on Facebook. And that's the beauty about this, to add value to people's lives. That's why we make money. That's how we should be making money, is adding value to people's lives. And yeah, like Tori said, if this here resonates with you, get back to the person that invited you along, and I'm sure they'll be able to share more information with you. But thank you very much for jumping on. It's 7:02, and I think we wrapped it up pretty well. We might, if you have any questions, guys, just please unmute yourself and fire them away.
And if not, that means we all explained it quite well, which is good. And you're more than welcome to jump off and enjoy your dinner. Have a great night. And if you want to jump on again next Monday, we're here same time, 6:30. I think it's 8:30 New Zealand time. So feel free to jump on and invite your friends next time.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for jumping on, and peace out.